But first, I want to frame everything in terms of I want you to develop a crystal clear understanding of the difference between the incremental improvement and the quantum leap, and that's actually various degrees in between. And so what I want to go to is some things that I've learned about nature. Now, right now at the moment, I am blessed with a sinus infection, in case anybody hadn't noticed. And finally, about 3 or 4 days ago, I broke down, and my wife's like, Perry, you need to go to the doctor. Go to the doctor, prescribes antibiotics. So now I'm at antibiotics. Now, how many of you know that you have to finish your antibiotics, and if you don't, the bugs might become superbugs, and then you can't kill them anymore? Is this like common knowledge, right? Okay, how many of you have been told exactly how this works? How the bugs become superbugs? Like 3. That's kind of what I thought. So here's what happens. So there's a bacteria floating around in your system, and it's trying to kill you, and you start taking antibiotics. So now there's all this poison in your system, and the poison is leaking into the bacteria's cell walls. Okay? Bacteria says, if I don't get rid of this poison, this is going to kill me. And it goes around and it starts looking for a pump. How does it do that? It looks for another organism that has a pump. Okay? Eventually, it'll find one. So these 2 little bacteria are there. This one has a pump, this one doesn't. And what they do is they form this little tube between the 2. Bacteria have something called a plasmid. A plasmid is a Dropbox folder with a copy of DNA. And this bacteria says, will you share your Dropbox folder with me? This is, I'm obviously making an analogy, but this is really how it works, okay? And so opens up the plasmid, it sends the strand of DNA into here. This one reels it in, it reads it, and it goes, there's the pump, splices it out, inserts it into his own genome. It builds a pump. It becomes an evangelist for pumps and starts sharing it with all the other bacteria. I've come to the current prevailing theory is that it's the organisms that have the equipment that are actually playing the proactive role here, not the ones that don't have it. Okay? Somehow this one knows you're missing something. Here, let me give it to you. So then, now this guy, it starts spreading pumps all over the place. And of course, when it divides off and replicates itself, now all the bacteria have pumps. Okay? And so one of the things that concerns some scientists is that the sewage systems are full of antibiotics, so the bacteria are swimming around in the antibiotics, which is one of the reasons why, like, you don't want to just, like, dump antibiotics into cattle feed. But, that's a political problem that we can't solve here today. This is how it works, okay? Now, this is how a bug becomes a superbug in 10 minutes. Okay, and this is actually a model for like how you solve almost anything. Now, as I've studied this stuff, I found a number of really interesting things. There is so by the way, this is called horizontal gene transfer. All over literature. It's been known for 50 years or something like that. but it's kind of amazing that most people have never heard about this.